How's it going, everyone? Have quite a bit of news topics to talk about in this video. I would have to say Spider-Man 2, one of the most anticipated PlayStation games for the rest of the year, but its showcase at the PlayStation Showcase left a bit to be desired from me. It wasn't the big gameplay deep dive that I wanted, but no, it was enough to still get me excited. But more info regarding Spider-Man 2 will be coming here very shortly. We'll talk about that. An upcoming RPG that is going a little bit under the radar has gone gold. It's out next month. We'll talk about that a little bit. And Tokyo Game Show confirms its largest event ever for this year's show. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, Marvel Spider-Man 2 PS5 info will be revealed at San Diego's Comic-Con. Annual comic book convention San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, and it has been noted that Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be getting additional information at the event. That's all that has been said so far. Additional info, I would imagine, is going to be some specifics about the game, maybe some character design reveals, things of that nature. I don't think San Diego Comic-Con is the event where they would drop a big gameplay trailer, and really, what do you have to do with Spider-Man 2 to promote the game? We saw the gameplay, it looks great, it seems like people are super excited for it. Definitely in the coming months, probably like once a month, I would do something that does, reignite interest for that particular time period, and just parlay that momentum with, new info drops once or twice a month at most. You don't need to have this game in the news cycle, every day leading up to its release. It's still at the end of October, that's a ways away. Come end of September, you can really start ramping up the media cycle for the game and, dropping trailers and things like that. But Spider-Man 2 is what it is. Like, it's gonna sell itself. It's not gonna be a game you need to do a lot of legwork for, and I kind of like that they did hold off until the showcase, June of this year, to do the big gameplay reveal for the game. Like, why? We don't need to be seeing games years and years before reveal. I would even argue that Spider-Man 2 was revealed a little bit too early. I would argue that Wolverine was revealed a little bit too early. I think how they've handled the marketing of Spider-Man 2 has actually been pretty effective, and in all honesty, I would like them to, copy the Spider-Man 2 marketing for future games outside of its super early reveal. I'm not a big fan of that, but even Spider-Man 2's reveal wasn't that early. I believe it was 2021, which, in all honesty, some of these games being revealed like 7 years ahead of release, so like that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, Insomniac's been doing a great job and really has been the pillar for PlayStation titles, and I expect them to drop another great one with Spider-Man 2. It is interesting though, because I feel like Spider-Man, from a community standpoint and the PlayStation audience standpoint, it's revered as one of the elite top-tier exclusives, but if you actually look at it from like a reception standpoint, Spider-Man is comfortably a tier below the God of Wars and the Naughty Dog titles of the world, at least from a critical reception. Spider-Man, I think, is in the 80s on Metacritic, where God of War and Last of Us, they're, comfortably in the 90s, but I would put Spider-Man, personally speaking, for how I felt about Spider-Man, I would put it right up there with the best PlayStation titles, and obviously you have such a gargantuan IP in Spider-Man to work with that it's inherently going to be pretty successful as long as the game's decent, and Spider-Man 2018 was very much decent, way better than decent, and I really do expect Spider-Man 2 is going to be at that level as well. Alright, moving on from that, action RPG Atlas Fallen has gone gold ahead of its August release. As announced by Focus Entertainment on Twitter, we're happy to announce that Atlas Fallen has gone gold. See you August 10th in the land of Atlas. Now, this is an RPG that's not getting a ton of buzz. It's being done by Deck 13, published by Focus. The game notes rise from the dust and glide the sands of a timeless land filled with ancient dangers, mysteries, and fragments of the past, hunt legendary monsters with powerful sand-infused weapons and abilities and spectacular super-powered combat. Again, the game is out on August 10th, and what's interesting to me, like, when I look at this game, it very much looks like a big-budget action RPG, but this is a game that's at a budget price point. On PC, it's $49.99. On PlayStation 5, it is $59.99, but true next-gen exclusives, you usually expect them to be $70, and here, you have a $60 release on PlayStation 5 and a $50 release on PlayStation 4. I am curious as to why that is. I'm all for cheaper games, but how my brain works is when I see a cheaper product, much like Assassin's Creed Mirage, I just think, okay, why is it cheaper? There's got to be a reason for that. Is this gonna be a shorter game? I don't know. But when I look at Atlas Fallen, I'm like, okay, this looks like a big budget AAA game, and I do believe it's gonna be reflective of that. It's just the price point is interesting to me. where we're living in an era where, at least on PC, you see $70 games on PC as well, but this going with a $50 price tag. I just find that a little interesting. Deck 13's a talented studio, and I'm hoping they drop something compelling with Atlas Fallen. I love the setting of the game. Looks like it has some really, really cool abilities and superpowers that you can use throughout the game, and, you know, game coming out in early August, it kind of misses that wave of a ton of games coming out, so I think that will be to the benefit of the game. As long as it's a high-quality title, I can see a lot of people end up checking this out as one of those titles that is a few weeks before, like, that heavy brigade of tons and tons of new releases with, you know, Armored Core 6, Immortals of Aveum, and when you head into September, Starfield, etc., etc. Just too many games coming out in that period. Lastly, Tokyo Game Show. Very much excited for that, and the Computer Entertainment Suppliers Association has announced that the Tokyo Game Show will host its largest ever event in 2023, with the event utilizing the entirety of the Makuhari Messe. Despite these restrictions, the venue was filled with exhibitors and the game fans who have been waiting for the show to be held for real, and the excitement to return to Makuhari Messe. The high evaluation of the exhibition by exhibitors and visitors alike made us realize once again the high demand and importance of holding a real exhibition under any circumstances. Tokyo Game Show will be kicking off on September 21st, and it will be running until September 24th. Now, some of your typical publishers are going to be at the event. Bandai Namco, Capcom, Hoyoverse, Tecmo Koei, Konami, Level 5, Sega and Atlus, and Square Enix. Sony will be there, but in a small capacity, more of an indie capacity, so just keep that in mind. Don't expect any big Sony announcements. Yes, the Legend of Dragoon remake will not be announced at Tokyo Game Show, but Bandai Namco being there, it is time that we hear about a new Tales of game. Tales of Arise released back in 2021. It's been 2 years since the release of that game. I feel like the next Tales of game has to be pretty far along now. Tales of Berseria came out in January of 2017, and then Arise was revealed in, I believe, the summer of 2019. So timing-wise, it would work out where Tales of, whatever the next Tales of game should be revealed here soon. So hoping to see that out of Bandai Namco. Capcom, obviously one of the killer publishers in all of gaming right now, whatever they do. They seemingly can do no wrong right now, but you know, we'll see. Come September, they might have something new to reveal, or it just might be, you know, updates on existing titles. Another Dragon's Dogma 2 update. Phoenix Wright's going to be big over there, so we'll see how that turns out. Hoyoverse, obviously, a juggernaut over in Japan. Tecmo Koei, Konami, Level 5. Xbox being there as well. You know, Xbox definitely needs to make some waves in Japan, but how much can they really do to supersede what Sony's doing? And it seems like, you know, Xbox is what it is in Japan. Sega being there, that'll be exciting as well. Maybe new Persona 3 footage and things of that nature. And Square Enix, of course, maybe an FF7 Remake Part 2 update on that, as by September, we're going to be inching closer and closer to the release of that game. If it is expected to be out January, February, September's not a bad time to announce a release date for that. But that will be doing it for me. Again, Spider-Man 2 info will be revealed at San Diego Comic-Con come July, so be on the lookout for that. Atlas Fallen has gone gold. That's a game not getting a lot of buzz right now, but keep that on your radar. And Tokyo Game Show, expecting to be the biggest event ever. A lot of publishers will be there. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.